Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another day, another time of chat. And let's see how everything goes today. Aling and Stephen, CK and Stephen already here. Two people, but only one like. Two people, but one like. Arling has done it. I think, Stephen, you have forgotten. You had a very busy day. Hello, everyone. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Oh, it just sticks out, like this sticks out. Hello, Maya. Pita, how are you? Shona is going to be Shona is going to be very disappointed when she wakes up. But I called her many times. Many times I called Shona, many times. Hello, me inside. I called Shona many times, but she must have gone fast asleep. Hello, Stephen. You had a very busy day today. In and out, in and out. Hope everyone is okay, you and Martha. Laptop is hot. That means Maya. Maya is hot. Yes, Maya is with the laptop, yeah. Stephen, we are fine. Just had a lot of things to get done before I start back to work tomorrow night. Okay. Okay, you had a long offer. I hope you have rested well also. Or tomorrow you will rest well, tomorrow before you start your night job. CK, I just wake up. May I want to sleep, but my mind is awake. Yeah, but you have work today, right? So, okay. CK, ma'am Pita, good morning. Hello, all. Yeah, good morning to all of you, and good evening to Stephen. Pita, Stephen is like you now. He doesn't want to go back to work, just as you don't like to go back to school. So Stephen also doesn't want to go back to work. You need another holiday to get over the holiday, right? Peter says also, yes, I want to still sleep. Martha wants me to stay home always. I guess because she's not well also, right? So she likes to have you around. Especially because you have changing duties, right? So sometimes you're out day, sometimes you're out night. When you're out night working, and main thing I think maybe when you're out working at night, then you come home during the day also and you're sleeping. So like you've been out at night and you're out during the day also you're sleeping, and How many more years you plan to keep working, Stephen? I guess it'll all depend upon the pay packet you get on retirement, right? So whichever works best in your favor, right? For me, my problem was I had to complete my 10 years in Canada, which I had not completed because I had gone out of this and then COVID started. And the 2 years that I spent outside because of COVID, and I taken a retiree visa. So I just kept renewing it because it was cheaper living out there than coming back into this country. That's how I was able to survive on whatever little I had. I was able to survive. But now funds are running out, so I have to get my pension. Funds are really running out. Now also I'm looking at tickets to go back. I'm just trying to look at the cheapest tickets that are possible. I'm hoping for 4 years max before I retire. Okay. I've been meaning to see a financial advisor to see if maybe I can go sooner. Do you file your taxes through some accountant or somebody? Do you file it through them? Are they in a position to advise you? Or you do your own taxes? Okay. I just put it this way, like for the Canadian side. Okay, I'll put it this way for the Canadian side. Now they say you retire at the age of 65. Okay, if you want, you can take an early retirement. I think when you're 62 or something, you can take an early retirement, but then you're not getting benefits. Okay, and what they try to encourage you to do, they try to encourage you to defer taking your benefits at 65, and they tell you like, okay, if you take it at the age of 70, then this is how much extra you will get, and if you take it at the age of 75, this is how much extra we will start paying you. So that's how they have these slabs, like the 5 year slabs, after 65. So they try to encourage you to take it at the age of 70 or 75. But when I was working in Carrier Canada, what that accountant guy, what he said, Winston, you need to sit down and you need to work it out this way. Now the thing is, we cannot really calculate how much the government will give us, right? There's no way, there's no yardstick by which we can, and even people, they don't really discuss with you properly and tell you like, oh yes, I'm here so many years and this is what I'm getting. They don't really discuss with you that. I don't know why people want to be so close. Okay, they don't want to know your income or something like that. It's okay, but like, I'm just saying, like, when you're normally working in an office and all that, you tell people, oh yes, this is my salary, correct? So anyway, so what happens is that he told me, and he told all of us in the company, like he said, you calculate, just go on any basis, like, on an average, like when you go online, you can get a kind of an average, a rough estimate of what is likely to be paid. All right. From various websites, they will tell you calculations. So he said, you calculate if you retire at 65, if you retire at 65, you're getting a lesser amount, correct? But you calculate for the 5 years till 70, from 65 to 70 years, you calculate how much money you have already made. Okay, you calculate how much money you have already made in these 5 years. Now you go on to think about, let me calculate, let's say I'm 65 and retired, so let me calculate another 20 years, 30 years, whatever you want to do. Calculate another 20 years, 30 years. So that is 85, 95. You're still alive, thank God. But you can just calculate roughly for another 20 years. So at 65, when you retire, what is going to be your pension up to the age of, let's say, when you are 85? Okay, take it as 20 years, like when you're 85. Then you calculate, okay, at the age of 70, if I go for retirement at the age of 70, then I'm going to get a higher amount. Now you calculate that higher amount. What's happening here? You calculate that higher amount you're going to get at the age of 70 for another 15 years, right? Now you calculate up to age 85, right? So you calculate out 15 years, and calculate how much money you are going to get in that 15 years at a higher rate at the age of 70. And if you want to take it at 75 years, the government said we will pay you a higher amount at 75. So at 75, when they pay you a higher amount, so you calculate a higher amount approximately like how the government is telling you we are going to increase, so much. So calculate that at 75, and then calculate for the remaining 10 years you're getting that high amount and how much you're going to end up. And then see which is more beneficial. Should you retire at 75? Should you retire at 70? And should you retire at 65? And invariably, you'll find by retiring at 65, over the period of time, you're getting much more. Another thing, if you defer, if you want to start your benefits only from the age of 70, what about 65 to 70? How are you going to survive? You need money to survive. So count that also, as your extra expenses, because you have to survive from 65 to 70. Then at 70, you're getting higher payment, correct? And then you're living for another 15 years, let's say. But from the 15 years, what you will get, you have to deduct the previous 5 years, because the previous 5 years you are spending money, right? But if you retire at 65, you're getting your pension, you're spending that pension. So that is how he explained it to us. I don't know if you are able to follow, but I think you can. But that is how he explained it to us. So think about that. He's saying whenever you have to get money from the government, take it. Don't wait. Take it, because if you don't take it, the government is benefiting, not you. So take it. My actual retirement age is 67, but I plan on going at 62. Okay. Oh, they have 67. In Canada, it is 65. But of course, if you're capable of working and if somebody wants to employ you, you can carry on working. As long as the people are willing to employ you, you can carry on working to whatever age you are. But will get reduced by 30% at 62 by Social Security. But I also have my 401k, two other smaller retirement accounts as well as a small security annuity. Okay. So even if the 30% is reduced, it doesn't matter. I don't know. For me, no, Stephen, I am still willing to work. Honestly speaking, I'm still willing to work. And if I can get something to work at my convenience and my leisure, I would really love to do that. I was always tired of the 9 to 5 job, but for lack of finance, couldn't really branch out. And then, you're thinking about family and kids and education of the kids and, all that. So Now, even talking about financial planning, I don't think I'm a bad planner. I don't think I'm a bad planner. But things did not go my way. Just for just for an example, when we were decided to first send my daughter to New Zealand to study, at that time the exchange rate was for the UAE currency, okay, dirhams, the UAE currency, to the New Zealand dollar. If I remember correctly, it was just like about 1 point something, 1.25, something like that in the vicinity of that, in that area. And we didn't have any financial backing for sending that, so we were deciding to take a loan. Correct. Now, with my wife, 1 second. Why did I throw my phone so far away? Oh, these numbers, I don't know why these numbers keep coming. They are all a scam. The numbers are a scam. It starts with a V and it starts with some stupid numbers. They are scams. So my wife was working for Emirates, so she could take loans, from the company. So we decided to take the loan. Now, how much I told my wife, let's take a big amount, whatever maximum loan you can get. Take the maximum loan you can get. Take it, because we'll take that loan and we can pay up the college fees for a whole year in advance, or 2 years, or whatever it is. We can pay up because the exchange rate is very low. So let us do that. No, 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 she said. We'll just take how much the fees are covering. We'll take only that much. Okay. So we took how much the fees are covering and we paid for the first term. And when it came to the second term, we don't have enough savings, right? So what did we do? We took a top-up loan. And the top-up loan is the worst thing to have, because let's say we borrowed 20K. If we borrowed 20K and we paid the 20K down. Now, in the 3 months or 4 months, whatever it is, we have only paid back, let's say, out of 20K, let's say we have paid back only 10K. But now we need another 20K to pay for the next term's fees. So when we borrow money, we have to borrow 30K now. Why? Because when we borrow 30K, they will deduct a 10K balance and then give us the 20. And that's the vicious cycle that carries on and on and on. And that is what I wanted to avoid. I told my wife, take the big loan as it is and then just keep on paying. But no, she didn't follow. So like that, there are many things that I've done in my life, but family support is very important. It is very, very important. And if you don't have that kind of understanding, then it becomes very, like my sister till now. My sister always says, she says, Winston, I know how much low salary you and Marie, that's my wife Marie, you and Marie, I know how much low salaries you all had. That time when we started off, then my salary went high. But she said, I know how low your salaries are, and yet you all don't make anything less for your kids. Food is always there on the table. You'll take a vacation and you'll go also. And so, I don't know how you manage. Because she's saying, I'm getting a good salary. My husband is getting a better salary. And her husband was in the travels. He was getting a salary. He also worked for Emirates once. So his salary is like living in a villa which is paid by the company, a big villa, up and down and all. And water, utilities, and everything is covered by the company. So he doesn't pay a pipe for accommodation. He gets school fees and books and or stationery and everything connected with school. He gets for up to 3 kids. He gets, but he had only one kid. But up to 3 kids, if he had 3 kids, up to 3 kids he will get, because he was the top manager, So he would get up to 3 kids, but he had only one kid, so he got only for one kid payment. But the kid had free education in school, and all his books and everything was covered by the company. So basically, what was their salary? Their salary was just for food and the entertainment, right? And yet, they found it difficult. And my sister always used to say, Winston, I just don't know how you manage. So that in itself speaks. And another thing, our kids, when it was their birthdays and, it was, you know, occasion like Christmas and all these kind of things, we gave gifts, right? But because my sister and her husband had a high, rich lifestyle, so we had to, when we bought stuff for them, we bought well branded stuff and gave them because they don't want anything which is not branded in their house, right? So we had to buy the branded stuff, and the branded stuff really we paid a lot of money. And I remember there was one time when it was my nephew's birthday, and he was crazy about getting some remote cars and all. So we literally paid a lot of money to get him one of those high funda remote ones, and we gave it to him for his birthday. And 2 days later, my sister says, "Oh, the toy you gave, he just broke it." What? 2 days later, he just broke it. And my kids were always cribbing and saying, "Yes, for him you buy, and for us, what do you buy?" Means compared to what you buy for him, what you buy for us, And when they heard about 2 days later, they said, "See, you bought him so expensive thing. What no value he has for it? He broke it. We at least keep our toys. We keep the things you give us." And then being family, you have to spend according to them because if you give them a cheap one, they will just throw it out. So my sister always said we've given them like toasters, we've given them like they two toaster oven once burnt out, and I think it was more than a week to 10 days. They have not yet bought a new one. So there was some occasion. So we bought a 4 slice toaster, not even a 2 slice. We bought a 4 slice toaster and gave it to them. So so I think like I managed pretty well. I managed pretty well. But if cooperation was there, we would have. Like there was a time, my wife was working for Emirates, right? Every bank will come and give them credit cards. Take credit cards. Don't worry. Take the credit cards. Use whatever you all want. Just pay every month. How you will pay every month if you're going to take credit cards and you're going to have 4 and 5 credit cards and 6 credit cards from different banks, and you're going to be using all the maximum on that credit card. It will not be enough for you to pay back all the money from the salary you are getting because our salaries are not that much. Then there came a time when I told my wife, "You are cutting up all the credit cards. In front of me, you're going to cut all the credit cards. You're going to keep only 2 credit cards, one main one which you're going to use, and another one just as a backup, just in case you're going to do that. But all the other cards, why this, that, it's nice. Yes, it's nice to have, but no, you will not have it. Just, I want all that cut up. But if you don't want to do it, fine. But any money you have to pay on your credit card, I'm not going to contribute anything towards it." We shared the expenses. That's one thing we shared. Like it was no mine and yours, and it was all ours. We shared the expenses. So I said, but if you use now any of these extra credit cards, I don't know where the money is going to come from to repay whatever you use, because we don't need to use that. You use your 2 cards. Very reluctantly, she cut up everything. I said, yes, cut it up and end those accounts. Don't keep it active. So, like you have to really play your cards well. You have to play your cards well. I had to keep working because even though I'm 65, I crossed 65, I had to keep working because, in a way, because I was not going to get pension, right? So, till I am qualified to get the pension. Unfortunately, my wife passed away. When she passed away, there was nothing left for me to live in Canada. As it is, I was struggling very hard on one person's salary with the mortgage, utilities, food, everything. It was very difficult for me because she couldn't work. So it was very difficult. And like I said, she was getting how much? 126 Canadian dollars. Disability. Disability. Oh my God. I told them that will not even go for a morning breakfast for the month. Forget about anything else. So, yeah, unfortunately, she passed away. But I'm happy. I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy with what I get. And I just need the pension. That's very important in my life. That's why I'm just scrounging my pennies now, looking at the airfare, because now it's all one-way airfare, right? I came here on one-way airfare. Remember I said I paid about 3,200, 3,197 or 93, something like that. Canadian dollars just for a one-way flight from Bangkok to Vancouver. One-way flight, I paid that much, 3,193 or 97. It was in the 90s. So almost 3,200 Canadian dollars for a one-way flight. So I'm just looking at the cheapest flight because I have to go to Bangkok, and from Bangkok I have to pick up. A baggage, and then take the baggage with me to Manila, to Philippines. But I was even looking at the flight. That's why it took me a long time to make all the calculations. The fare to Bangkok is costlier than the fare to Manila, Philippines. The fare to Bangkok is costlier. Not much, just $100 or so. But I was looking at the time factor also is less going to Manila. It's faster. So when I looked at all those things, then I even made a calculation of what if I went to Manila first, because I've got clothes over here and I've got an empty baggage, so I can pack it up and I can take that to Manila. And then at any later time, I can go to Thailand and pick up that other baggage. But I don't want to have two baggages with me. I don't want to have two baggages. I want to have just one baggage with me. So against my better judgment, I looked. It will cost me only about $200 extra to travel from Bangkok to Manila. Canadian dollars, okay? So I said, okay, that's enough. I will do that. So I will go to Bangkok. It looks in a better condition, but it's gone. But I use this one, which I have now. So this will go empty with me, and I will fill it up there. I'll fill it up, and then I'll go to Philippines with one baggage, one backpack, one laptop. That's it. One trolley bag. That's I said there was one more. Yes, one piece of baggage, one trolley bag, one laptop, and my backpack. So with this, I will go to Philippines now. There was a time when I came to Thailand and I had two baggages and I brought one more. So I had three baggages here. So I had to keep getting rid of the baggages. So okay, Maya's listening. Yeah, it's financial talk. So so yes, I'm pretty good in financial planning, like in that sense. My father was very meticulous in the sense that I remember he used to write down daily expense or whatever. Even if he gave a beggar a rupee, he would write it down. That way he maintained regular accounts every day. He used to tell my mom also, his wife, like, no, he used to tell my mother that, whenever you spend anything, please write and keep it and give it to me. And he had a book. He used to just write daily everything over there and keep. And then he had also all his salaries written down, all this provident fund, all the numbers, all the things he got from there. Everything he used to write in a book. I don't know where that book is gone. I got a habit from him. I got the habit from him. I also used to write. Then I stopped. I said, okay, we know these things, what to write every day. It was headache. It was. Then you forget and you say, oh, now where did this money go? Where did that money go? Oh, I only got a couple of hundreds less now. Where did I spend that hundreds? You know what you're spending for the week. You know what you're spending for the month. You know what you're spending on an average. But I used to keep accounts like on an average. Then when I was in Dubai also, I had envelopes. I had separate envelopes. Okay, although I'm good, this is my budget for marketing. So this is for our food and all. So that would be in one envelope. And then whatever was the monthly payments and all, like, for the car, um, for gas, for this, for that, like that was in a separate envelope, you know, rent for the house, separate envelopes. So all that used to be separate. Then came credit cards, right? Then came credit cards, and then came transfer accounts. From your bank account, you can transfer directly all your monthly payments and all that. So soon all those envelopes started becoming less and less and less. Correct. Everything is now online banking. Online banking. Even your credit card, online payment, you can pay, your credit cards are all online. So then everything became that. That's why I became a little savvy in how to handle all those things, because I started doing it from, whenever it first came out, I started doing all that. So, yeah. Even now, like, when I started my business, like Filipinos never do that. But when I started a business, they talk about a feasibility study, right? An FS. I always do an FS. For anything, I believe, even if it's the smallest thing, do an FS. Because without an FS, you cannot run a business. You have to have everything on pen to paper, and everything has to be added to the expense. You cannot say, oh, I'm going to take a rickshaw to buy this, so it's okay that rickshaw will go from the house money or whatever money. No, that has to go into your accounts. Whatever little bit you're spending on transportation and everything, if you're running a business, everything goes. You cannot say, oh, I've sold this, I got so much profit now, okay, this is my profit. No, you have to count. It's not just you buy the goods, sell it, and that's your profit. No, you have to count everything. To buy the goods, you travel, you buy something, all that goes into your, you if you're doing a food business, you do your packing for the food. So whatever containers you pack in, all that, you get plastic bags, everything has to be taken into your cost. And then you see what is the profit from that. So I always do. My Excel spreadsheet is always there. So when I started my Tesol business in Dubai, I was I was doing it for many years. I was just planning, many years I was planning. Many means at least about 2 or 3 years I was planning to do this. But I was looking around for a good franchise company. I looked at many in the US, but I was not satisfied with their Tesol program. I looked at a few in the UK, and then I found this one Tesol, Intasol Worldwide Limited. And I was happy to take that because that lady was a very nice lady. I've spoken many times about this elderly lady. She's very nice running. She's got branches now. The Intasol Worldwide has got branches in so many countries around the world. So So when I finally decided on that, then I started doing my costing, asked them every detail of every expense. What do I have to pay for the franchise? What do I have to pay annual fees? What are the royalties I have to pay for each student? What is the certification going to cost? Everything I had to do that. Then I sat down and made my feasibility study for all that. Then knowing my complete cost right down to every detail, like, once I knew that, then started with how much to charge each person, like, how much to charge each person. Now I had to be keep the prices very competitive because there are same programs in the market, and I had to keep competitive price compared to them. Otherwise, why should they come to me, right? So I took everything into consideration, like, then I looked into it, and I had only two classes. If I put it this way, to you, if I had only two classes, one was 16 students, another one was four students, so 20 students. And in the 20 students, I was able to pay up my franchise. because I paid a whole part of it before that, so I only the balance franchise money. I paid almost 50%, so I had only about 50% of the franchise to be paid. But I paid the franchise money, and I also was able to save up 25,000 Canadian dollars, which I which I put for a down payment when I came to Canada. Put it for a down payment. That time we paid only 5%, so we put that down. So put that down as a down payment. So I made money with that, I made money just for those 20 students. I made money. Then also I told my wife, I mentioned this before, I had MENA, Middle East, all the Middle East countries and Northern Africa for one franchise fee she gave me, for one franchise fee. Such a big, vast territory. So many countries. Normally she gives not even one country, sometimes she gives one city. Like now she's given the guy in Dubai, only for Dubai, not even the other Emirates. There are 7 Emirates in the United Arab Emirates, 7 Emirates. Dubai is only one Emirate. She's given him a franchise fee for only one emirate, not for the others. But I had like for all these countries in the Middle East, all the countries in the Middle East and in Northern Africa, for one franchise fee. And I could open under I called it the Burton Academy. So under the Burton Academy, I could use it as a sub-franchise, and I can, franchise it to others under my banner. I could franchise to anybody in these countries. Told my wife, she had given up a job because she came to Canada my son was graduating, so she came to be there with him. Said, you can travel with me. You can be my secretary, my administration. You can travel with me. So, we'll be traveling together everywhere. We'll be traveling together. We can stay, all the expenses will be coming from the company money, right? Whatever I'm making, it will come from there. So we can stay in nice hotels, and eat eat food and this and that, not live a very high funda life. But at least we can do that when we go, to places. So, she never agreed, she never agreed. And I always wanted to start my own business, and till today I regret it. My first regret was moving to Canada. That was my first regret. And second regret is moving to Canada, so I had to give up this franchise because I didn't get any revenue, right? So she told me also, she said, Winston, so almost a year there's no revenue from you, so we cannot continue like this. And I understand, I said, yes, I understand. So believe me, I tried to work remotely, but I didn't get anybody in Dubai who I can pay. I can pay to get them done. I reached out to a few people. I said, approximately like whatever salary you're getting, I'll give you a little extra. But then you have to do the thing and you have to get me revenue, right? So it didn't work out, me sitting in Canada and trying to get work done in Dubai. It didn't work out that way. I tried my best. I tried to, send out emails, try to get, some interest in the others. But when you are not doing it yourself, nobody will do it. Initial stage, you have to work hard. You have to do everything yourself. So in the end, I just have to let go. I have to let go of it. Then when I went to Thailand after the COVID, I tried to revive it. I wrote to her. I said, is it okay? And she said for Thailand, the fee was higher than Dubai. So then she told me, okay, you know what you can do? See, she gave me ideas also. She said, you know what you can do? Now, Dubai already have somebody, so you cannot say Dubai, but you can use any other emirate in the United Arab Emirates. You use any other emirate and we'll say that is your base. Or that is your base. So we'll say that is your base. And from your base, you can go wherever you want, as long as you don't touch any territory where we already have a branch. You don't touch that territory. You're not allowed to touch. But if it's somewhere new and we don't have, you can easily do that. So Thailand, she said, we don't have any branch in Thailand. So yes, you can do that. So you can do it in Thailand, but under the Sharjah. I said Sharjah will be the emirate. So under the Sharjah emirate, you're doing it from Sharjah emirate, but you're doing it with Thailand. No problem, you can do that. Because if you take a Thailand then it'll be much more. Then I said, what about if it opens in Thailand? Then she said, then if somebody comes for Thailand, then we'll have to see when we come to that only. We'll see what we can do. So I said, okay. I said, so, but then what happens to do this TESOL course, teaching English to speakers of other languages? To do this course, you have to have a good command of English. You have to have a real good command of English, and you have to really know it. And the Thai people are not, at least those who even who are teachers and all, know they are not like that. The Filipino teachers know much more. The Thai teachers also, they are not so much well versed with English level so much. In their own language, okay, but not with English. So then I said, no, it's not going to work. I did a lot of feasibility study. I went out, I found out more about, the teachers' colleges. I found out more about teaching at Thai teachers who are teaching English, but it won't work out. I said, I met a few in some schools, but the English is not strong. And there's a criteria, I have to follow the criteria because I'm taking a franchise, so I have to follow the franchisee's rules. So in the end, I wrote and told her, I said, I'm so sorry, but it's not going to work. And I don't want to start something and then go through a loss and all those kind of things. I said, when the Dubai one was good, I said. So she said, no, it's okay, Winston. Whenever you want, just let me know. No problem. You can reach out to me whenever you want. We had a very good rapport, very good rapport. She also said, she said, compared to all my franchises, I've got so many worldwide. She said, but I think, the way you run things, the way, your ideas and all, I think, it's better than the others. Though some of them are well established, for many years, they're well established. They've got a big team and everything. She says, I like your ideas and all. And she said, if I ever come to Dubai, I would like to really catch up with you, meet you and all that. And she did come to Dubai, but I was already in Canada at that time. So, Linda Hazelwood, that's her name, Linda Hazelwood. And she had a very good team, very good team. They would always respond quickly, they always respond quickly and follow up. And if there were any discrepancies, I would reach out to them. But she told me also, she said, like, everybody doesn't reach out to me, she said. I have very few, very, very selected people. Otherwise, they have to go through the normal channel, she said. But you are one of those selected few. You can always just come to me directly, she said. Come to me directly. And if you're having any problem with others, just let me know. We'll see what is the problem, how we can solve it, rectify it. Because all for the certification, I hiked up the fee. Like, I'm just roughly saying, suppose it was like $10, okay, or £10, let's say. I made it like £12 or, for the students. So everywhere I hiked up a little here, there and all, and, get my margin of profit and all. So yeah, I follow, Even I said, my stationery guy, when he first came, how many ideas I gave him, how many ideas. He worked on all my ideas. All my ideas he worked on, and he said, he benefited. I've lost his number because I lost my previous phone with the contacts and all. I lost all that. So I lost his number. I know his name is Yusuf, but I don't remember even what was the name of his stationery. I don't even know if he's still providing stationery to the school where I was the vice principal. I don't know if he's still doing that. But that would be my only best bet, to first go to that school. If I ever go to Dubai, go to that school, and from that school I'll be able to find out. But I'm sure that school would have changed, because you know, I realized when the principal asked me to take over, the accountants was very annoyed. They were all Arabic people, so they were very annoyed. And yes, yeah, come in.
On Friday, I went out to store.
What?
On Friday, I went out to store.
Uh-huh.
So my teacher said, And only if you have a birth or sister, they're going to store.
So you're not going to school on Friday?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I told him we are stuck together, so he's coming up to me like this. Although we are getting stuck. Smart for 5-year-old, you know. My God, when we were 5-year-old, we were duds. He's only 5. What he speaks, man. What the English he speaks. Oh my God. Sometimes I admire, you know, I just stare at him. I remember I've taught also kids, right? But this guy he's only 5. In November, 5.5 years. In November he will be 6. Very good, very good. Oh my God, I've been doing all the talking. Everybody is quiet. Everybody gone to sleep. I decided not to carry on with the themes. Anyhow, we rarely talk about the themes, right? At least somebody is awake. Stephen is awake. Or maybe when I stop talking, you get up. So I stopped with the themes because we don't really discuss the themes so much, and then it takes me a long time. You know, it takes me a long time to really get all the information and then put it together and do all the reading. It takes me a long time to do all that. So I said, let me not. And today I was really stuffed, you know. So I just said, oh, I didn't have time to make any of the themes. So, and I knew I was not going to have time. So I was thinking what to do. So only at 4:30 I started creating my thumbnail, because 5 o'clock I have to go for the kids and wait, and then come back, and 5:20 I start, 5:15 depending on when I start. So I had no time to make, you know, any elaborate fanfare. I have got the topics, I've got material, but it still takes time, and I have to then do research on reading some more of the material, right, for information and all. So I didn't have time. I just sat down. Even the thumbnail, I was having a lot of problems. I'm not getting the ideal picture, or not getting the ideal layout in India. And I said, Winston, just do it. You know, just you have to put something, and later on, you know, whenever I can make it a little more fanciful, because I'm going to keep the same thing. I'm going to keep the same thing for all my live streams, and then later on, I'll have to change the timings. No, when I'm in Philippines, the timings will change, right, compared to what it is now. That's why I'm just keeping the same Bangkok timings, because no matter where I go, I'm so familiar with the Bangkok timings now. So I know the Bangkok timings, what is the difference compared to Manila, what is the difference compared to Canada. So now if I change, then again I'm going to recalculate, and then again if I change to Manila when I go there to Philippines, then again I'm going to change. So, you know, I said no, keep it to the Bangkok timing, and accordingly I know. Like for example, Philippines is just 1 hour ahead of Bangkok timing. So whatever, let's say I change my timing and I say, okay, this is the timing convenient in Bangkok, in Thailand, in Philippines. In Philippines, this is what time I can do my live stream. Okay, then accordingly I say, okay, if I can do it at this time, that means in Bangkok it will be this time. So I just put that time up. Like, you know. So that's why. So I'm just keeping same Indo-China time, the Bangkok time. I'm keeping the same thing. I'm not changing anything. That's why even my laptop, I did not change the Bangkok time to Canada time. I did not change that. I left it at that. I know it's going to affect, like if I send an email or I send something, it's going to show a time which is not really my time. It's not real time, like, but it doesn't matter. And in Philippines, it's only a 1 hour difference from the Bangkok time. So I've got the Bangkok time on my laptop. My phone, of course, changes. Any country I go, it changes according to the local time in the country. Automatically changes. So that I have, at least on my phone, I have the local time. You know, correct local time. So the local time I can always compare with the Bangkok time. So no problem with that. And I do still sometimes get confused, with that. Like I upload my videos at 12 o'clock midnight Bangkok time, but 12 o'clock midnight Bangkok time is 11 o'clock morning the the previous day morning the previous day for me in Canada. So that way. In Philippines, I won't have much of a problem because it's just 1 hour ahead of Thailand time, so it'll be easy to calculate. So according to that, then I just calculate what is the time in Canada, and even I don't even have to calculate it, but I have to calculate because I have to see how convenient it is for you guys. Like there is only you, Stephen, and Joyce. Like you two are my main ones, right? So I have to consider that you can be on the program, you are free to do it also, and the Filipinos, of course, I do not know how we can adjust according to so many people, there. But I'm trying to keep to the same. Here I kept to the same, but I just had to make some slight changes. So it's that way. Because even when I go to my analytics, US is still number one. US and Thailand was very close, but now US has superseded. So most of my viewers are from US. So I have to cater to the US timing so that it's convenient for them. Nobody comes on my live stream and all, but it's convenient for them for videos and uploads and you know. And I see people watching my old videos. I still see numbers rising up also. Like I remember I had 2.6K was my highest shot. 2.6K was the highest I got for one. Today when I'm looking at that, the other day I was looking at some old ones. I was just going through and I saw the highest I saw was 3.5K. I said, what? I never ever had 3K. Never had 3K. Where did this 3K come? I went to see what's the video. Oh my god, this video has become so popular. So like from the time I started, let's say now it's past a year. So like for a year, people are still watching that old one. So like that, many of my videos have been going up and higher in watch hours. It depends if they are shorts. If they are short, then the watch hours are not taken into consideration. It's only for videos. Now the other day I had a video I was telling Peter, but people think I'm a little paranoid, but it's not paranoid. It's the question of like why. I had 52 and a half hours, 52 hours and 37 minutes I had for one of the live streams, silent live streams, okay? After the live stream, I had 52 hours and 37 minutes. So after 3 days, when the final analysis comes, it was reduced to 13, 1 and 3, 13 hours. Where did 40 hours? YouTube took away 40 hours. For what? 40 hours they took away. And my point is like, you have taken away 40 hours from me. Okay, fine. But there were people who were on my channel, who were engaged on my channel. I'm sleeping, but they are there working hard. And who? It's only 4 of you, right? It is basically only 4 of you. Stephen, Chona, Pita, CK. Right? Basically, it's only you guys that are on my live stream throughout. So if you have been throughout to give me 52 hours, YouTube just takes away all that. So why did you all spend so much of your time, like, to be with me while I'm sleeping and interact? And that is what annoys me. What is the algorithm for them to take away that much of time? So it's not that I'm paranoid, and I'm not even thinking about myself, like, okay, my watch hours are gone, it's gone, but I'm just thinking about like all of you have spent so much time to get me those watch hours. And why is YouTube taking it away? That means your time that you spent here was of no use. Why? What so this about the algorithm? I just cannot understand. No, you lose a few hours, it's okay. But this was like, it shocked me. It shocked me. It shocked me, like, But as Chona says, it is what it is, right? Chona is not on my live stream today also. She was not there this morning. She's not there now also. I don't know what happened to that girl, really. Even like on my live stream, there is a pattern. That's what I don't understand. There is a pattern that I've seen following on my live stream. And especially now, because Stephen, it all depends on your work hours, right? Because now work hours also, you are logging in from the office. Whenever you are in the company, you are logging in from there. And when you have to go to the floor, you go. Whenever you come back, you're again on it, and commenting and all that. So whether it's a day job or a night job, even in the office now, you are commenting, which you never used to do before, right? So you are giving us a lot of time. Your support to us is like tremendous. It's tremendous, and you are not only supporting now, you're supporting three of us, right? No, you're supporting four of us. There is Aline, there is CK also, you're there. There is Chona, there is Pita, and then myself. So you are supporting all four of us, also. And we also are supporting each other as well. But like you are not doing a YouTube now, but you are still giving us support and supporting all four of us in any way you can, right? That's why I am also telling Pitar and this. I don't mind. I like to be flexible. And once I reach my 4K, I'm going to stop my silent live streams. I'm really going to stop my silent live stream because it will be Pita, Chona, and myself having the same night live streams, right? So I want once I reach my 4K, because the live streams are giving me, especially the silent ones, even if YouTube is cutting it, even if they cut it down from 52 to 13, at least I got 13, right? That's how I look at it. Because my other live streams, maximum I get is about, if I'm for a 2 hour live stream, the maximum I would get is about 7 to 8 hours. For the 2 hours, the maximum I would get is about 7 to 8 hours. So main side, don't just listen. You have to also keep the chat going. Keep the chat going. And it's just like I'm only talking to myself and nobody is active on my channel. So don't say I'm only listening. Please just keep commenting. Because they look at the activity over there, right? They look at the activity. Thank you, Steven. Thank you. Yeah, they look at the activity. So, uh, so yes, So even like I will get 7 or 8. So even though I spend maybe 8 to 10 hours on the silent live stream, and they give me 13 hours, well, at least I've got 13 hours. Like I did Chona, whatever you get, it is bonus. Because if you don't do anything, you're getting zero, right? You don't do, you're getting zero. I was telling Pita today also when we were chatting. I was telling her my laptop will last only for 2 hours. It'll last for 2 hours. So every 2 hours, how I'm going to get up and charge my laptop? Not possible. So I keep it on my laptop and it's on the whole night. My battery is charging the whole night. I'm damaging my battery. But what to do? I'm damaging my battery, but what am I to do? That's why I want to stop this silence night stream. I want to stop it. I want to stop it once I reach my 4K, because this is giving me watch hours. This is helping me. Actually, my silent is helping me more than my other live stream, my real live streams. My silent is helping me more. And why is my silent helping me more? Because all of you are so active on it, right? Now when I go to Philippines, my nighttime will be same like Chona and Pita. So two of them cannot be on my live stream, right? They cannot be chatting on my live stream, so they are not there. So I don't know. Let me see. And time has come very soon. Hopefully, 1st of June I'm leaving from here. 1st of June is a Saturday. This Saturday I'm going to post a letter, and then next Saturday I will leave because my daughter can only come and drop me to the airport on a Saturday. Sunday is too late. Saturday or Sunday, but preferably Saturday. So this Saturday I have to go here. I have to do work here. So she said next Saturday I can, if I'm going, she'll drop me. So I'm planning. That's what I'm looking at bookings. I'm planning for next week. That's 1st of June. I will leave. I will reach. I will reach Bangkok only on 3rd of June because they are ahead of time also, right? So I will reach there only on the 3rd of June, and I will stay there to just finalize, all my package over there and see what to do, what not to do, what to take, and just throw out the rest of the thing because I can only take 20 kilos. I can only take 20 kilos. I was looking at that also. If I can take 24, they had different packages there. So because it's a budget airlines, right? So if I add, if I 20 kilos, I pay 1,000 Thai baht. That's about 40 Canadian dollars. Okay. So I pay about 40 Canadian dollars for. But if I take 24 kilos, just for 4 kilos extra, I'm paying 600 bucks extra. You know. So I was looking, 600 bucks extra just for 4 kilos. Not worth it. So I'll take my things according to 20 kilos. So I'll pack one baggage for 20. I'll pack one baggage. I've got my trolley baggage. So my trolley baggage another 7 kilos. So that's 27 kilos. And I learned a new trick. All the jeans carry a lot of weight. The jeans carry a lot of weight. So I put the jeans into my backpack. Because the jeans, even if I take 3 or 4 jeans, they are literally at 3 to 4 kilos. So the jeans I put into my backpack. So that's how I do it, So that takes away a lot of. I noticed that weight. So whether I keep it in my trolley bag or by this, the weight will go in the jeans. So I put it into my backpack, and in the backpack it's on your back, so it's easy for you to carry. It's not like you're struggling with the weight, So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Hello CK, how are you? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll go to Bangkok. So I'll be there for a couple of days, and then I'm trying to do my booking for the 8th of June, Saturday. I'll reach there on the 3rd, and 8th of June I'll do my booking again. I mean, I'm going to do it now only in advance, and yeah, I'll leave from the 8th of June and arrive there on the 8th itself. I'm trying to fix up accommodation. That is a real problem. Accommodation is a real problem. Now, when I go to Philippines also, I'm not going to sit quiet. I'm not allowed to work. Correct? Legally, I'm not allowed to work. But I am still going to do a side hustle. I'm looking at some options to do a side hustle. And the side hustle is buy cheap clothes and sell it. So I can keep it in the house. I'll get, one of those stands with the hangers, you just keep it there. So, and just advertise, And even I won't advertise so much. I'll give it wherever I am. I'll give it to people to advertise for me. Hello, Chona. How are you, Chona? Good to see you here, Chona. I don't know about others, but I know they are all worried about you, and I'm also very worried about you because you've been very quiet from yesterday. Okay, I don't know what is troubling you. I know YouTube is troubling you. And Chona, I'm sorry. I called you many times again, but I know you were fast asleep. I called you many times. I sent you many messages. Your thing stopped at about 2:30, I think. 2:30 in the morning. Your thing stopped again, It stopped again for the second time. It stopped again. But I called you and I sent you messages. So I'm sorry about that. But yes, Uh, so I'll do that, I'll just go and see. There are a couple of places where you can buy clothes cheap from the wholesale market and see what it is and keep it in the house, and that's whoever wants come. buy it and take it. I want to do something side, I want to do something also. And I will always say, it's just somebody, it's not my business, it's somebody else's business. They are just keeping it here. I just put it there in case anything. This is not my business, this is somebody else's business. I'm just helping to keep the clothes over here. So let's see how it goes. Hello, Lady Ren. Hello, Stephen. So yeah, so these are all my plans. So 1st of June, I'm going to really book my ticket. It's a nice rate. It's little under $1,000, to go to Bangkok. So it's good. Little under $1,000. Oh no, not little under $1,000. It's about 1,500 Canadian dollars, because I have to buy a ticket from from Vancouver to Bangkok. It is little under $1,000, but I've got my ticket from here to Vancouver is another 500 and say about $600. So totally it'll come up to about $1,500. And to go to Manila, another $200. So that will be 1,700. That's a lot of money going. That money would have been useful in Philippines. But it's a lot of money going. But anyhow, this is the last. I'm not going to travel anymore till my pension starts. No more traveling for me. No more traveling for me till my pension starts. Did you sleep well, Ren? Yes. Okay. Yeah, she slept well because I called so many times she didn't get up. The second time when the live stream went off, I called many times but she didn't get up. So she really slept well. Thank you, Stephen and Winston, for always helping me. Welcome, Chona. Welcome, Chona. We are here. We are here to help each other, and we are all doing a very good job. I feel we are all doing a very good job of helping each other. So, thank you, Mom. I connect. Yeah, Pita also asked me when Pita got up on her channel. When she got up, she asked me. She said, "What happened to Chona?" She ended her live stream. I said, "No, twice it got disconnected." I said, "First time she came back, but second time she didn't get up." Yeah, she said the phone was very hot. That's what Shona said. The phone is very hot. So Chona, you know what? Like I told you, right? 2 hours before, make sure you are not using Chona. Don't use Ren. Don't use Chona 2 hours before, and make sure your phone is fully charged. Make sure your phone is fully charged. But is it getting hot when it is charging or when it is playing? What is it? Is your phone getting hot when it is charging or when it is playing? When is it getting hot? When is it getting hot? When it is charging or when the phone is playing? When is it getting hot? If I do a silent, so it means of when I'm doing a silent, it getting hot. But try not to use your phone for at least 2 hours before. But let it be charged. Let it be charged. Try not to use your Chona phone for 2 hours. Give it a complete rest. You should find out from Pita. Pita has something called a cooling tray. I don't know whether it is for a phone or for a laptop it is, but I don't know whether there is something for a phone. Ask Pita to tell you. Pita, you can check with Chona. I don't know if there's anything to cool down her phone, like how you have for the laptop, the cooling tray, but is there anything for a laptop or for a phone? So just suggest to Chona afterwards something for a phone. And Chona, you also ask Pita in case she's not hearing now. You ask her also. I know she has a kind of a tray. It says it's a cooling fan. She can keep the laptop on it. But that's for the laptop. But ask her if there is anything for a phone. She will know. I never knew for the laptop they have this cooling tray. I never knew about it. So just ask Pita, okay? She will help you. It's my fault yesterday because one blogger invited me to sing. Okay. Stephen, same like yesterday. Did you overeat now also? Did you overeat dinner? Okay, so when I set the silent, my phone is getting hotter because you were singing before that. Okay, Stephen, I'm very sleepy, but don't want to go to bed yet. Why you didn't overeat? Okay, that's good. I want to sleep in because I start night shift tomorrow night. But you will sleep tomorrow during the day, right, Stephen? Or do you think if you just sleep tonight and get up in the morning and then awake the whole day, you'll be able to work at night? No problem. For me, no matter, even if I don't sleep well in the night, for me, it's very difficult to sleep during the day. Only when I was doing night shifts as a security, only thing when I was doing a night shift as a security, well, I had to sleep during the day. But even then, I always say I was lucky I was taking sleeping pills at that time. So because of the sleeping pill, I used to be able to sleep. If I never took the sleeping pill, I don't know how I would have managed. So lucky I was taking sleeping pills at that time because I don't have a habit to sleep in the afternoons. During the day, no. Even if I have 2 or 3 hours in the night, I still don't sleep during the day. Stephen, sometimes I take a nap for the first night. Sometimes I can't get to sleep. Yeah, the pattern changes. It's difficult. Now you've been at home a whole day up and night sleeping, so it'll make a big difference. It will tell on you for some time till you get back into your routine. I will end in few minutes. I will end in few minutes. Okay, and then I'll come back in half an hour's time. Okay, come back in half an hour for the silent live stream. Can't believe I've stayed here for 3 months. I can't believe 3 months. How did the 3 months fly? 3 months just flew. Wondering if I can keep the phone. Tonight keep the phone on. Phone shouldn't fall when I'm sleeping. That's the problem, where to keep the phone so it doesn't fall when I'm sleeping. Okay, I'm going to end, all right? So, love to all of you. God bless you all. Those who are going to sleep, have a good sleep. And those who are getting up to a bright day, have a wonderful day. And I hope everything goes well for those who are working. And yeah, hasta luego. Au revoir till we meet again. Okay. Of course, I'll be on silent live stream and I won't peepen. I will peepen for a little while. Okay, peepen for a little while and I'll head to bed early. So take care. I want to use my laptop, so maybe I'm seeing how I'll keep my phone on. I hope when I'm sleeping, the phone stand doesn't fall off. Let's see how it will work. Okay, so take care and bye. Bye to all of you. Okay, I'll come back in about half an hour's time.